Operation Supply the Occupation, Part 5. The footage you're about to see happened before and after the footage that you saw in Part 4, but on the same day. What I decided to do was stop by the Occupy Colorado Springs movement first to see how they were doing, and I picked up one protester so that he could coordinate with the protesters in Occupy Denver. This protester turned out to be Kyle. While I was there at Occupy Colorado Springs, waiting for them to decide who it was that they were going to designate to go up to Occupy Denver, I was sitting down with one of the protesters, and I asked her a question based on somebody's YouTube video in response to the Occupy Wall Street movement. And I asked her, did you grow up with a silver spoon in your mouth? And do you know anyone here that had a silver spoon in their mouths? You know, do you know anyone who has a 401k plan? You know, do you know anyone here who is a trust fund baby? And she looked at me and said, no, it was more like a plastic spork. So, yeah, the idea that all of the people protesting have free time because they are well off because their mommy and daddy are paying for them to be there, that is completely false. In fact, at the end of the night, people were asking for a ride home, and what they actually meant was a ride home to the homeless shelter. And that is something that just really tears at me. So, no silver spoons there. And so, Kyle and I, we went to the Occupy Denver area with that giant load of food, and we had a very long day. And on the way back, it was getting dark, but we decided, with the remaining money that we had, that I raised with my little charity fundraiser, that we would do something special for those protesters that had been in Colorado Springs day in and day out. And what we decided to get them was their own Guy Fawkes masks. We stopped at a Halloween store and picked some up. And the reason behind this is really because well, just imagine growing up and having your friends have Nikes and Reebok pumps, and you can't even afford New Balances, and you'll understand why we decided to reward those protesters that were there day in and day out with these masks, because the look on their faces when they received their own mask was something special. And one of the people that received one, he's YouTuber PikesPeakOcean, link in the description box. He's been covering the Colorado Springs Occupy movement just as long as I have, longer even. And when he got his mask, he was so inspired, he decided to lead a march down Main Street in Colorado Springs. So down Tejon, a pretty long distance, and you're going to see footage of that because it was a direct result of what we decided to do with the remaining funds. So enjoy the footage.
Bailed out. We got sold out. They got 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 bailed. Just like Gino. Can I get a mic check?
We all know what this is about right here. There's a receipt and That's what we're doing. Back to the Springs.
Yeah! They got a 24/7 kitchen built up. They got a medical bay built up. They got a belonging check-in built up. They got people with sleeping bags with like tarp tents over them. Like, it's starting to look pretty good up there.
Come on! Let's go!
Woo!
Power to the people!
To the people! To the people!
Power to the people! Everybody, come on! Power to the people!
Power to the people!
Power! People over profit! People over profit! Our streets! 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 Occupy Wall Street! 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 Occupy Street! Street! Occupy Street! Street! Occupy Colorado!
She wants some food. You always have. You need food.
Take back the nation!
And the corporations! Take back the nation! And the corporations! Take back the nation! And the corporations! Take back the nation! Take back the nation! Take back the nation! Take back the nation!
Our streets!
Our streets free! Occupy Colorado! Occupy Colorado! Occupy Colorado! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! People over profit! 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 People over profit!
They try and make us hate people that are listeners and hate people that are
Good idea.
Yeah, man, as long as you go out with companion, you know, they show their resources and their people. That is ultimate.
Hey man, I love a brisk walk.
I'd hurry up before they're...
Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Yeah!